This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
False equivalence is dangerous. Trafficking in false equivalence, when you are a smart person, is pernicious and sinister. And so I'm asking myself these questions after watching Jon Stewart's triumphant return to the anchor desk of The Daily Show, where they dedicated a massive segment, like 7-8 minutes. This whole clip is. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play 3 minutes of it. But it's Jon Stewart practicing what I only can surmise as a sinister reading of what the stakes are in the 2024 election, using false equivalence to level the playing field between the dangers that Biden poses and the dangers that Donald Trump poses, because they're what? Both old guys. Ho, ho, ho. Breaking news, everybody. We got two old guys running for office. So I don't know where to start. Maybe we should just play the clip and then address the points, or stop and start. We'll just play the clip. But I want you to pay close attention to what you know about Donald Trump while he's making these comparisons. That really what's at stake right now is the continuation of America as we know it, as a democratic nation. What's at stake right now is women being penalized, criminalized for seeking health care in the form of an abortion. That is what is at stake. Yeah, Biden's old, but have you heard about what Donald Trump wants to do? And that is really the rub here. And I'm not letting Jon Stewart off the hook because he's smarter than this. This is by design, but why? Watch this segment from the segment.
One thing we know for certain is this. We have two candidates who are chronologically outside the norm of anyone who has run for the presidency in this country, in the history of this country. They are the oldest people ever to run for president, breaking by only 4 years the record that they set. The last time they ran, they are at the age. They are objectively old. They're at the age. There are no more age-related milestones to hit. They got the AARP card. They've got Social Security. They've got their movie discounts. There is no, oh, wait till you hit 88, you get to drink and drive. No! The only thing left to them is a Today Show Smuckers shout-out. You know what? I think we've got a new name for our election coverage. Indecision 2024 Antiques Roadshow. All right. Look. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're not suggesting neither man is vibrant, productive, or even capable. But they're both stretching the limits of being able to handle the toughest job in the world. What's crazy is thinking that we're the ones, as voters, who must silence concerns and criticisms. It is the candidate's job to assuage concerns, not the voter's job not to mention them. And look, I'm not trying to be cruel. I didn't want to have to do this on my first day. Come over here. Look at me. Look what time hath wrought. Look. Give the kids a treat of the lunar surface here. Look at this. I'm like 20 years younger than these. This. Look at this. They wish.
Have you heard that Biden is an old guy? Yeah, we've heard. And Donald Trump is too. See, what he's doing here is making the campaign about this. You have two choices, everybody. It's just a couple of old guys. There's no difference between the men. There's no difference between the candidates. I mean, one literally attempted to overthrow the United States government by way of overturning a free and fair election, by summoning a mob to Washington, D.C., and then dispatching that mob with violence to attack the United States Capitol while Congress was attempting to certify the 2020 election. But Biden's 80. Yeah, I see what your point is, Jon Stewart. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. One wants to be a dictator on day one, but the other guy, one time he said Mexico rather than Egypt when he was talking about President El-Sisi. Yeah, it's the same. One has literally said with his mouth, well, everything I've said up to this point, he's said with his mouth, but he's literally said with his mouth, yes, there has to be a criminal consequence for women who get abortions. But Biden walks slower than he used to. Do you see how pernicious this is? And it's by design. There's a writer's room. He's not speaking extemporaneously like I am right now. It's a scripted moment where he's reading the jokes that are read for him or written for him. And also, he's going to do the thing that he always does and has done for years. When anyone criticizes him, he's like, I'm just a funny guy. What do you mean? I don't have any influence. I'm just a comedian. I'm a dum-dum who tells jokes. Completely ignoring or wanting you to ignore the fact that he has immense cultural influence on a younger audience that watches The Daily Show. I mean, I don't watch The Daily Show. But Jon Stewart and the writer's room at Comedy Central would have you believe, The Daily Show, would have you believe that Donald Trump attempting to dismantle our federal government to give him unrivaled power from any other president in the United States history, that's the same danger as Biden, who is 80. And it's not. Do we have an issue that these two dudes are old and they're not letting go of power? They want to continue to run rather than just step aside and let a younger generation? Sure. But when you have precious airtime, as The Daily Show does, a half hour each night, 22 minutes with commercials, and you dedicate 8 minutes to this, it is a disservice to your audience, but more importantly, it's a disservice to democracy. It is a disservice to the country. We all know Biden's old because we can see him with our eyes. We know what he sounded like during the 2020 election, and we know he's a little slower now. What are you doing, Stewart? What are you do? You're using this as your entry back into The Daily Show. You left when Trump showed up on the scene for whatever reason. You phoned it in for how many years, and now you're back. And then if Trump gets elected because of some of the things you're doing here, are you going to step away again? What do you think? I mean, I have more here. Insurrection, abortion, stripping back gay rights, dismantling our government, attacking opponents and journalists, using both the justice system, but also the violent mobs that you dispatch to attack them. Encouraging Biden to do whatever the hell he wants to our allies. But Biden's old. Out of here. What do you think? I'd love to know. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily at dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you on this. I'm sure people are going to disagree. That's fine. We can talk about that in the comments, or you can call or email me. That would be great. If you do appreciate what I do, the takes, the whatever, and you want to help support this work, produce this work, click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month. You can hit the super thanks button, or you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I'm on social media just about everywhere at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine, be real, take care of one another.